Hey guys, so I wanted to just do a quick update, which I really have not been keeping you guys much up to date because honestly, you kind of reach a point in your braces journey where it doesn't seem like things are changing anymore because the drastic changes have already happened, which honestly I was hoping for that to happen. I figured the first 6 months would be the biggest changes and after that it would just kind of be like subtle changes. At least for me personally, the biggest problem, obviously if you've seen me from the very beginning, was the fact that the two teeth next to my two front teeth were like extremely pushed back and my fangs were pretty high and the front teeth were a little bit crooked too. So that was my biggest problem and that changed pretty quickly, which I'm so thankful for because that was my biggest issue. I have a still sort of crooked tooth at the bottom, but that never really bothered me. But now that I look at old pictures, I noticed that like more was crooked than I thought was even crooked. But yeah. Basically, I'll let you know what's going on. I'm sorry if I don't give like very technical terms because I'm not like 100% sure like the very like orthodontic details of it because I mean he just like tells me what's gonna happen and I'm just like okay. So last time when I went to get my wire changed, which I don't remember if I mentioned this, but the last time I got my wire changed I got a tighter wire, which yes I think I did mention that. I think I did. Or I said I was going to get a tighter wire. I don't remember. But I do have a tighter or a thicker wire than I did in the very beginning. So I'm on to like round 2 of the wire thickness. So that's that. And when I first got that, it was not as sore as the first time, but still sort of sore. So that was fun. And yeah, so this time next time I go, which is going to be like November 29th or something, he's going to be putting brackets at the very, very, very back teeth. So I don't know if I'm the only one, but I'm pretty sure I'm not, that when you very first get your braces, you don't get them on the very last, the very, very back teeth. So like not these two and not these two at the bottom. I'm not 100% sure if that's how everyone does it, or everyone has had it done, but that's how I personally am having my situation go. So next time I go, we're gonna put the brackets on those. Probably just to help with the alignment a little bit more. I'm really, like I said, I'm not really aware of like the details of what it actually is for and means. Just he tells me it and I'm just like, okay, I should probably ask more questions, but I'm not concerned. Everything is going good. He seems to know what he's doing. And then of course he asks me, well, you know, when they ask you questions and you can't open your mouth, he's like, so any questions? And I'm like, he's like, when you get the palate expander out? I was like, yeah. Because that's what I was trying to ask, but I couldn't because he had his hands in my mouth. And he was like, I don't know. But he said that next time I go, he will let me know when I get it out. So I'm not gonna get it out next time, but I'm gonna know when I get it out next time, and that's really all that matters to me right now. Because if anyone has had a palatal expander, I'm sure you know that they don't really give you a set date because they don't really know a set date. It's kind of just all depends on how quickly it moves and then if you need to move it more, and you know obviously they don't want it to move back. So I mean, before I got it, before all my braces treatment, he told me it's only going to be in there for about 3 to 4 months. But then when I asked the assistant, she told me it's going to be approximately like anywhere from 6 to 9 to 11 months. And I was like, oh my gosh. But I was like, I don't trust her. But you know, now that time is playing out, turns out she was more realistic about the situation. It has been since probably April. Yeah, I think around April, maybe even earlier than that. So it's been like April, May, June, July, August, September, October. It's been like 7 months with my palatal expander, if I'm getting the correct dates right, but I'm pretty sure it is. And he told me 3 months ago that I would get it out in 3 months. and it's officially been 3 months since he told me that, and that changed. And so I'm not like I'm mad, because I know that it has to be done, and I'm at the point where I just don't even care anymore. Like, I'm so used to it. Like, obviously I cannot wait till the day I get it out, but it's like, it's there. What am I gonna do about it? I don't want to take it out too early and then it to just collapse back to the way it was, because my palate was very, very narrow, and I'll probably be making an entire video whenever I get it out, or I'll dedicate an entire video just on my experience with the palatal expander. I'll show pictures of before and after and how much it moved and give you details about that. So as for, that's pretty much the only thing that's been going on. Nothing new is going on in my mouth yet, besides the fact that I'm going to be getting the brackets in the back next time and be getting told when I get my expander out. So those are pretty much the most exciting things that have been going on. My braces journey has been pretty simple so far, nothing really huge, because obviously the first couple months you're just trying to move the basic issues, and then as time progresses, I think that's when they do the more like rubber bands and things like that. I'm still not 100% sure if I'm going to need them. I have like brackets that seem like they're supposed to be for them, so we'll see what happens there later down the line. Yeah, as for the dentist, because my last video I was going on like a tangent because I was just in a bad mood about the whole situation. From the comments that I got, I do realize that I'm gonna have to get my cavities filled. Like, it is, and I know that it was just, he was trying to help. Obviously, the only thing that bothered me is the way that he went about it. The whole situation was just like too much for 1 second. But I do understand that I'm gonna have to get it done. The only problem now is, like, I don't have that kind of money on me. I need to spend all the money that I do have on my braces, unfortunately, and I'll probably have to end up just doing it and using that money, and then figuring out how to get more money to pay for the rest of my braces. So yeah. It's probably going to end up having to go down. The only thing that I will refuse to let go down is numbing both sides of my mouth at the same time. I'm going to be like, dude, nah, like I can't do that. I can't even stay on one side and be numb, let alone both, like, yo. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I'll show a close-up-ish at the end of this video, and I'll try to put in some before and after pictures, but honestly, I haven't been taking that many, because like I said, things are pretty much just where they're at, and things are moving, but like, I don't know, it's just kind of so subtle at this point. Like, once those teeth reach the front, it's just been exciting from there on out. So honestly, I can tell so much more that they're a lot straighter than they were even like a few months ago. Like, it's good. Also, as for when you have clear bands around the brackets, they do get stained. And I know I talked about this in the past, but even though they get stained, I still refuse to not use them. So long as you're careful and you don't have like tea or coffee or dark sodas, or even sodas in general, because the acid on them is just not good for your teeth. But at least have it sparingly. But basically don't have anything really dark that would stain the teeth. And if you do, just make sure you kind of switch around some water, and basically know that it's going to get stained. But in a month, you're going to get new ones, so it's cool. So pretty much what I deal with is the fact that like the first half of the month, everything is like looks a lot whiter, and then towards the end, things start to look yellowy. And you know, it's such a gradual process that it's not noticeable. And the only thing that makes it noticeable is when you get the new ones on, you're like, whoa, my teeth are so white. So anyway, that's that. I also highly suggest using a whitening toothpaste, which, oh my gosh, chill. I know it's, people say don't use a whitening toothpaste when you have braces. I don't suggest you using it like on a daily basis, but if you want to do it like a couple days of the week, that's fine. I personally brush my teeth like 3 times a day. I do it in the morning and after dinner, and then at night. In the morning I use a whitening toothpaste because I don't do a deep super clean like I do at night. Like I pretty much just brush around it, try to get the dank out of my breath. So I do use a whitening toothpaste because, I mean, people always talk about you don't want to use a whitening toothpaste because you don't want when you take it out there's going to be a yellow square. But I don't want to not use a whitening toothpaste and then have them take it out and there be a white square and everything else is yellow. Like I said, I can tell that things get dimmer when I don't use it and things are not looking up to par, and I know that my teeth used to not be that yellow, so I don't suggest using it like all the time, like all the times that you brush, but if you want to use it a little bit, that should also kind of help with the rubber band not getting as stained, but I'm not 100% sure. Just brushing in general will stop that. But yeah, just to let you know it's okay, don't freak out about using whitening toothpaste, it's fine. Yeah, so that's pretty much that. Sorry if this video was too long like usual, but yeah, if you have any questions, just let me know, because I'll definitely answer them. I really enjoy hearing your personal experiences with your palatal expanders and everything that I've been getting comments on my other palatal expander videos, and yeah, so I'm glad I could really help everyone out with that. If, you know, like I said, any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments, and I will answer them. Okay, have a great day.